Welcome back to the 8 out of 10 Cats movie special. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Jason, Alan and Lauren, what do you like the look of?
I don't know, what do you think here?
I like the Hollywood sign.
You've chosen the Hollywood Hills sign. Here's a clip to illustrate the question. This is the Turkish version of Superman. That was an appeal film for Fathers for Justice. OK, so the question is, more than 50% of people believe a film of their life could be a box office success, true or false?
50% is a high percentage for people to think that, don't you think?
How's the voiceover bloke gonna... Dave is an accountant.
Yeah.
He drives to work in a Volvo, but today he's got to use his wife's Nissan.
Oh, what happened?
I know, yeah.
I think a lot of people's lives are much more interesting than they would even give themselves credit. But it depends. People don't want to make films about the minutiae, the little details, the little things that can break your heart just in the course of an hour of a day. I remember the other day I was so upset when the council had changed the bin collection day from Tuesdays to Wednesdays, because I'd only got used to it. It took me a year to get used to that. And I had a little moment, it was quite a deep moment, and I was staring into the Formica in the kitchen table, and at first I saw a tear. Well, I thought it was a tear, then I realised I've got a bloody leak as well. I thought, this is where the plot really takes off.
Richard, didn't you do a sort of a biopic, a film loosely based on your early life?
It was called Wawan. Nick Holt from Skins played me when I was 14.
It's a great film.
Because people kept telling me that because of where I grew up in Africa and that I'd woken up at the age of 10, seeing my mother shagging my father's best friend on the front seat of the car, which is the first scene in the film. And then my dad tried to blow my brains out when he was, you know, very, very sloshed. They said, well, this makes an unusual life, so I did make a movie of it.
I like the use of the term sloshed. Oh, my dad was a bit sloshed. Paralytic. You know, when he tried to shoot things. Bloody Pims.
What about you, Tom? Have you had an interesting life?
Not enough to make a box office success out of it.
What are you talking about? You go to Hogwarts. So more than 50% of people believe that a film of their life could be a box office success, true or false?
What do you reckon, Al?
I don't believe the British public is that self-centred and egotistical.
False.
Wow.
OK, so you're going false.
I'm going to go with Alan Cumming.
OK, all right. Well, I can tell you the answer is false.
Oh.
Yes, only 11% of people believe a film of their life would be a box office success. I'd love to see a film of my life. That way, I could find out what actually happened the night before I woke up naked in that phone box with the name Derek written in lipstick on my balls. OK, Sean, Tom and Richard, what do you like the look of?
Let's go for the awards thing.
The awards.
It's the guy answering the phone in the cinema.
The guy answering the phone at the cinema. So he's just heard some news about some awards.
OK, you've chosen cinema. What's worse when you're in the cinema, sitting next to someone who talks during the film or sitting next to someone who smells?
I don't know, it's never happened to me.
No, me neither. I've never sat next to someone who physically smells, you know, repulsive while sitting in the cinema.
It's usually me causing both problems.
When I went to see Slumdog Millionaire, there was a couple behind me actually playing the game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like they were at home. But no, it's C. It's definitely C. That's not what this film's about.
I was once next to someone who repeatedly shat themselves in an audience.
Oh,
but
come on.
That was Glastonbury. It wasn't nice.
Repeatedly?
Repeatedly. Oh, it was awful. Yeah, just...
For how long?
Well, I can't. I was slightly inebriated. I don't know. Well, you know,
I'm going to give him another chance. He's only shot himself twice. Give the guy a break. He probably went, oh, this really is taking a minute.
You can tell somebody to shut up, but you can't... I mean, if somebody stinks like shit, there's fuck all you can do.
I imagine it's the phone. I think the phone would annoy me more, because you can move away from smelly people. but you can't move away from people talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that the answer is the public thought sitting next to someone who smells is worse than sitting next to someone who talks on the phone. My girlfriend insists on talking through movies, asking inane questions like, which one's she? And is that him or the other one? And why are those twins double-teaming that man? So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Sean's team and 1 point for Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. What TV show would Brits most like to see made into a film?
Loose Women.
Loose Women, I think, has been made into a film.
Yeah, I've got
Is
that.
it?
Yeah. It's well good.
Teletubbies?
Teletubbies the movie?
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be good. Especially if they went bad. Teletubbies went bad.
Yeah.
And on their stomachs they had pictures like they'd kidnapped your family. Yeah. And they said, you give us all the money. Oh,
Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky is going to finish your family off. And it's called Uh-oh.
What about Come Dine With Me? That'd be good. I love that. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Come dine with me. And on Thursday, somebody dies.
Charlie's Angels. A very good film. Batman. Scooby-Doo, not so sure.
What do you think, Richard? What would you like to see?
I told you, Teletubbies.
He's given his answer, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, I pushed him on it. I'll give you a clue. It's the longest-running sci-fi thing, though. It's a sci-fi thing.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who is the correct answer.
Yay!
If everyone who ever played Doctor Who wrote down the name of the actor they'd like to play them in a film, it would read like a who's who of who's who's of who's Doctor Who. Worst film to see on a first date? Ow! Richard E. Grant, terrifyingly
I
strong.
normally work with the stunts, man.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Oh, yeah.
Tom, have you taken ladies to the cinema? What did you take them to?
Not so much to the cinema, but films at home on the couch, but DVD, that sort of thing.
Did you ever show Harry Potter? Like, with you in it? Is that like a first date, like a... Yeah.
That would probably be my worst film
Can you
to
imagine
see on
that?
a first date, yeah.
Yeah. Just watch yourself, love, because I can turn. Is the worst film on a first date Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
And then halfway through just keep whispering, that's not how you make a dress out of skin.
Is it? I would take someone to see Love Actually, but afterwards, when they're going out, going, won't be anything like that with me. I'm showing you, it's not going to be like that. Get that right out of your mind.
Fatal Attraction.
Oh, Fatal Attraction is number 3. So a lot of people agreed.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead isn't there, but you're on the right line.
Oh, the
Psycho.
thing with the man with the face.
Freddy.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right answer. Yes, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the worst film to see on a first date. I'd still say the worst thing to show her on a first date is the footage you've taken of her sleeping. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Jason, Alan and Lauren have 2 points. Sean, Richard and Tom are the winners with 4 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.